Hello and welcome back to Factorio Fixit. I'm Negative Root. Let's get cracking. Today we're playing a factory by pure silence. Excellent. I love it when my silence is pure. Let's go. Ooh, buffer storage, hey oh. That's interesting. That's a floppy inserter right there. Alright, let's have a look. Let's see what we can do. Now this setup, how is that working? Okay, seems legit. I don't think that rebalancer isn't working as intended though. You know how I know? Because these all have 1.6k. That's got 0. So you can see that there's a real bias towards the bottom of the belt here. So I think what we'll do to start with is just straighten out this this balancer and make it so that it works correctly. Now, what we need to do is take all 5 and evenly put them in together. Now that's not easy. It's not easy at all. How do we do it? Well, I reckon the way to do it is something along the lines of this. That looks even. Now, the next thing that we're going to do is ditch this rebalancer, okay? Because that rebalancer is not going to help matters. Okay, it's only going to slow us down. The thing that we need, right, is this. Okay, and then we're going to grab some red belt. We're going to go in like that. Boom, full compression. Ew. So we can see that that's not even. And see how this is going really slow for the bottom? And it's going much faster for the top. That's the joys of having a 5 wide buffer storage. That's normally why I run with the 4 wide, because it's just easier on my brain. If you know how to evenly split or evenly combine rather 5 lines, I'd love to know. Let us just do something along the lines of that, because that's the inverted of that, and there we go. Alright, so what we have here is, right, so that's coming from both sides. Yeah, okay, that's interesting. There we go, done. So let's get into the base proper and see what's crack-a-lackin'. So here we've got all of our main materials coming up north. So this is just a very interesting approach to it all. So we can see that we've got, okay, fair enough. What we really need here is something balancing the two after this point here, because this is putting all of this in. Right, so what we'll do is we can now delete this. Well, no, we can't. Actually, we'll keep that, because this is going to make sure that this line here, okay, this line I'm hovering over, can get over here. So it can go through this line into this splitter and then out here, if it needs to. So let's go up here, main resource processing. Ooh, it's got some corners. It's got some corners in it. Seems that the smeltery has grown over time, I think would be the best way of putting it. So here's the thing, right? You do this, this little rebalancer only works once, and once only. It only works while everything's on one side of the belt. When you have things on 2 sides of the belt, you cannot do that little balancer. It has to be like this. Unless it's like this, you're not going to get the belt balanced. Now this is some impressive buffer storage right here. Again, this doesn't balance the belt because you've got things being put on both sides. Okay, that's no good. We'll flip that to there. Just do that. Bugger. How can I? How do I want to do this? This is a good one. Okay, here's what I want to do. Right. Put this power pole down here. Now I'll run this down here a little bit. Okay, and this is a little bit of a better way to do it. I say a little bit, I mean only a little bit. Okay. Only a little bit better. It's got fewer curves, so you're going to notice less slowdown. Now this, what we'll do is we'll just amend this a little bit. Oops. We'll go here, here, right, and one in here. Now, ideally I'd like to do the same thing with this, but it's not going to fit, which is a bugger. But maybe... No, maybe we leave it as is. What the hey? There we go, done. So that's the buffer storage sorted. See that this runs, you know, nice and efficiently. This has got a lot of slowdown through these corners, so something to watch out for. That's all good though, I think, for now. Now loading things directly off the main line is a bit of an issue, because you can see that as we go through the factory, she starts to get a bit patchy. She's like a middle-aged man, or he's like a middle-aged man. A bit of male pattern baldness on the belt. You start to lose that compression, so you need to start injecting things, injecting more materials onto the line, which has been done by the looks of it. So that's excellent. Now, the next thing that Pure Silence has got up and running. Okay, that's a little bit over the top, but okay, it works. We'll run with it. This seems to be our... Oh, okay. So here's... Yeah, right, alright. So I understand what's going on. I know what's up. Let me just provide a bit of a drain to this belt here. Oi. So what I want to do is just artificially see what happens. So I'm interested. I'm interested to know. It seems to handle it quite well, actually. So that's very interesting. So there's only one suggestion that I would make here, okay, and that's this. Instead of drawing straight from the main line here, is have something that skips past, right? And comes back here. Now what this means is that regardless of what happens, right, we're always going to have materials flowing past this here. It'll never get the opportunity to eat it. This is the technique that you really need to, you really want to use this as much as you can. This bat down here is going to have less priority. These are going to have less priority than these. These are always going to get first dibs. But it's going to ensure some breakthrough of these resources. So this is something that I'd encourage. Anytime you've got things drawing off the main line, it's to allow some resources to get past by using a splitter. Okay, so use a splitter somewhere like this, okay, like this, like this. Alright, and now what we do is we just connect these up, and it just reserves those resources a little bit. Just gets us a better distribution between all of the consumers. So something like this, okay, you can see now that we're actually getting resources through the end of the line, and that's because of the maths of the splitter. It takes 50%, 50%, 50%. That means that it is a numerical impossibility that this is 0. It's going to be, you know, if you get too many of them, it'll be 1, definitely. It'll be, you know, less than 1%, but it will be never be 0. Now we'll just take that. I like this circuit build, actually. I like this circuit build a lot. I like how Pure Silence has run these things vertically. I think that that's very, very nice. Very, very nice little design feature. And it just means that these now load direct here. So, there's an iron train. Where are these green circuits off to? That is what I want to know. Okay, so they come up here. They're used for stuff. And that's on a belt with the gear wheels. Really. Okay, and it comes over here to build stuff. I dare say you could do... Oh, there we go. I was about to say, I dare say you could do inserters as well. So there you go. All sorted, all done and dusted. Okay, interesting little blue science factory. Quite compact. Using requested chests to get what it needs. Now, there's a bit of a... Yeah, there's a bit of a an issue right now with copper. Let me just see if I can change it around a little bit. Now, something else that I'm really not a fan of is putting resources on the same belt. At some points it's okay, and it looks like he's done the right thing there. But in some points you just can't get the throughput required. Now you can see here, this is just all kinds of bad. These copper coil makers are just eating everything coming its way. So really you could block this off and not have it missed, to be honest. You could... Yeah, you really need to come up with a better way of doing it, especially for green circuits, because it just doesn't work. You see that this is probably a first iteration, I would say, and this is probably the second iteration. This is much nicer, much better. You can control things a lot better. The copper cable is overkill. This probably only needs well, it probably only needs 1 per 8, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. So we probably only need that one, and that would supply all of these to here. In actual fact, what you could do is you could copy this and paste it again and add more red circuit production to your factory. Now, what we'll do is we'll just have a quick look around. That's actually where we started. Happy days. So a pretty straightforward factory, really. Something else, oops, we'll just remove that, it's no longer required. Something else that might be an idea is to get more copper production. Let's have a look at the power. Oh, tons of power there. Back the truck up. Yeah, more copper production, and either do it through a smart furnace or some sort of build like that. And then what you could do is you could then throw in some injection points where you... Where is it? Requested chest. An injection point is merely trying to just maintain compression on the line. That's all it's trying to do. So you just pick a point somewhere that looks good and where there's patches. Throw down some requested chests. Request in, say, 100. Looks good to me. And then off you go to the races. Go. And there we go. So they will go and get copper if it is there's actually copper in the network, which there's not. So that's problematic. What could we do? Well, what we could do is, see, I'm loath to take copper away from this. So what I really want to do is, let's see if we've got some stone bricks, 10 of them. Let's see if we've got some furnaces, 10 of them. Ah, here we go, stone bricks, power poles. We don't need the power poles really. They're a bit superfluous, I think. While we wait, let's just ditch some stuff that we don't need. Yep, okay, alien artifacts, stick, gear wheels, a couple of red circuits that I picked up along my travels. Oh, there's a rocket defense. That's handy. Train lines, get rid of them, that. I'm definitely not going to need train blueprints. Okay. I think we're nearly there. Excellent. So what we'll do is we'll just we'll throw down a couple of furnaces in a bit of an arrangement. Request chest. I think this is going to request in nothing. It's going to request in Niente. What we're going to do, right, is we're going to stick it down here. And that way, bricks? No more stone bricks, that's disappointing. Okay. Oh, there's some more. Four. That's no good. Rightio. So now what I can do is I can build myself just a little furnace setup. Now this is obviously repeatable, where I'd be looking to do this quite a few times. You know, just do a couple of them, because what this is going to allow me is now, okay, I'm not borrowing any production from up there, but suddenly I've got, you know, 1 copper per second. Doesn't sound like a lot, but you put, you know, 10 or 15 of these down in a little bit of a configuration, and suddenly bada bing bada boom, you've got enough to just, you know, top up that production, that line, and just give you enough. You know, it doesn't need to be tons, just enough. And then, you know, with a few injection points you can really balance things out. Really like this factory. It's a good little factory. This is irking me a little bit. That's not good. I would advise Pure Silence to go and have a look at that video I did on splitters and what splitters are appropriate where, because that's no good. Now these gear wheels, what's happening with these gear wheels? I feel like they need to be doubled up. Yeah, they definitely need to be doubled up. So what I'm going to do is just do that quickly. Underground belt. Yep, perfect. Pick up this. There we go. Compression. So I can just get a little bit more belt storage out of this now, and that's a good thing, because now it's going to take my assemblers more to run the belt out. So that's all good. That's buffering. So because this is side loaded, it's all happy days. And something I'd like to see is actually having this here take the, and now I can do it in a T-junction. I find T-junctions to be a little bit nicer when it comes to combining two different streams. Oh, that's not good. Right now, that's ruining everything. So I better hurry up. There we go. You can see that that's a bit of an issue. So I'll pick all that up. There we go. Done. Very nice, very happy. I think that'll do us. Thank you very much for joining us. Excellent factory by Pure Silence. He's done really well. I think that there's a lot of really cool stuff in this factory, and I'm actually going to borrow some of it, I reckon. I especially like this red circuit build down here. I like that. I like the green circuit build too, and I might have to borrow them. borrow them because they're really good. So, until next time, thank you very much for joining me. I've appreciated your company. If you'd like me to play your factory, be sure to send it through to rootnegative@gmail.com and I'll have a crack at it. Now this is a bit of a special episode. It's the last one that I have saved up from my enforced hiatus. Hopefully I get my internet back soon. Hopefully. If you're watching this, I have my internet back, and it's probably been back for a month or so, because there's quite a few videos now. Thank you very much. I'll see you around.